Hello, welcome to Unit 5, Part 1 of English 2 with your Professor Neil and me, T.A. Yonghee.
Hello, this is T.A. Yonghee.
Yes, Yonghee. Today, we're talking about how we have emotions and feelings, and that those feelings are the emotions we feel. To do this, we use adjectives for feelings, such as angry, sad, tired, happy, worried, mad, curious, and great.
Wow. Great, happy, wow, sad, So we learn these words.
Yes, so in the starter, we're going to look at these adjectives and how we use them to describe our feelings. So let's go into the starter and talk about adjectives.
Sorry, Professor Neil, what did you say? Edgy what? Adjectives? Edgy what?
Adjectives.
Adjectives.
There we go. Adjectives.
Adjectives.
Feelings are the emotions you feel when you do something. And you often show these emotions on your face with facial expressions. And we describe these in words by using adjectives.
Oh, so adjectives are the words that explain or describe our feelings and emotions?
Yes, and also describe how things look, how things behave, and many other useful ways of describing things.
Describing words are adjectives.
Yes, and we're going to mark adjectives in this unit in orange, using an orange square box. You can see here in grammar focus, if I just go back, see grammar focus, it says adjectives. Below that it says attributive versus predicative use, present versus past participle as adjectives, and down the bottom, adjective order. Because you can use many adjectives to describe a feeling or the look of something.
Yeah, true. We can use more than one word to describe our feeling.
Yes, or the look of something. This example sentence at the top is describing the look. Right, so let's put it on a bigger screen. So here the attributive adjective plus noun says she has blue eyes. It is describing her eyes. It is saying what they look like.
What's the attribute of her eyes?
Yes.
Blue.
Blue, yes. Or you might have the painting, as it says. And here, he owns an expensive painting.
Oh, that is Van Gogh's night view of our village in France.
Oh, very good. And it says he owns an expensive painting, so that means he bought it and he paid money for it.
Wow, he bought Van Gogh's painting?
Well, it could just be an imitation.
But then...
But it wouldn't be expensive, so he must have the original. Exactly.
Wow.
Also, it says here, look at the yellow leaves. The leaves are yellow because it is autumn, and so they have changed from green to yellow.
In autumn, leaves become yellow or red or brown from green during the summer.
Yeah.
And look at that lovely Siamese cat.
Yes, there's a little kitten in the basket.
Has beautiful blue eyes around yellow leaves and
An orange pumpkin.
yeah, but normally the Siamese cat very, very expensive.
Yes, and he owns an expensive cat. Okay, probably his name is John. Okay, looking at our adjectives. So I've marked some others. You've got the ones on the state verbs and perception verbs, but you've got blue. So that you can see here that they change the pattern. Like here, she has blue eyes can be written as her eyes are blue. So the way you use adjectives, the way you write sentences, there are more than one option to say the same thing. He owns an expensive painting. His painting became expensive. Look at the yellow leaves. The leaves turned yellow.
So adjectives can change their position.
In the sentence.
Yeah, then you can categorize as attributive or predicative. Depends on where this adjective appears.
Yes. And so we're going to look at the predicative first.
Wow, Professor Neil, before we go next slide, can I ask a question about different colored squares?
Certainly.
There are many orange squares and one red square and green one. What are the difference?
So here at the bottom, it says it was a table. And then after a and before the noun, so after the and before the noun, you can have many different adjectives.
Green is noun.
Noun.
Red is
verb.
Verb. Okay.
And orange are adjectives.
Okay, thank you, Professor.
In the examples above, they give like one adjective before the noun. But as this example at the bottom shows, you can have many if you wish.
Wow. So then if we have more than one adjective, we have to be able to understand the order of these adjectives.
The order.
English is very tricky.
All right, and you can see our yellow and black arrow is pointing at I am excited. So we're going to be looking at this form of predicative sentence pattern to describe the subject with the be verb and the adjective.
So we're going to look at the ed ending adjective first?
No. We're going to look at... This can work with various adjectives, as you can see. So yes, our first one here is frustrated, ends in ed. But as you can see, not all our adjectives end in ed. But the sentence pattern can remain the same. And that's what we're going to look at first. So here we have frustrated. So we might write it as a sentence. She is frustrated. She is frustrated. Here in our example grammar, we have the adjectives with these square orange boxes around them. Those square orange boxes can be replaced by frustrated. So Yonghee, do you want to try changing the first sentence? His face showed a bored expression to describe the woman in the picture.
I don't understand your question fully, Professor Neil.
Okay.
Does that mean I have to change the given sentence into same form as the one on the photo?
A little bit like the one in the photo. So you want to talk about her face.
So,
her face showed.
So can you give me the example first?
I'll give up all the examples here. Here we go. So we're going to have the attributive and the predicative. And so for the attributive, all we're doing is changing the adjective and some of the subject to fit the woman in the picture. So her face showed a frustrated expression. They rescued the frustrated woman. There was a frustrated woman.
The first one was confusing to me because in the given sentence, his face.
Yes.
So his face is man.
Yes, but she is a she, and
so
she's a
we
woman.
have to think about the gender.
Yes. So do you think you can change the predicative?
Yeah, that one I can do that because earlier I was confused to which subject I have to use.
So if you...
we have to change to she, yeah?
She.
So then she was frustrated. They felt frustrated.
No, she. Change them all to she.
But this one you didn't change.
Because at the end it changed to woman here. So it's like they rescued the frustrated woman. There was a frustrated woman.
Okay. We have to make a story coherent.
Yes.
Okay. She was frustrated and she felt frustrated And she is frustrated.
Very good.
This is not easy, Professor
No.
Neil.
So we're going to
because
repeat the pattern for every single adjective. So all we're doing here is just changing the sentences to fit the woman in the picture. So let's look at that and here they're following the same sentence pattern. Subject, verb, determiner, which we write DET for short, adjective, and then the noun. And then for the predicative, we have subject, which could be green, because it is a noun phrase, verb, and then adjective. And as we mentioned, you can have more than one adjective. You could say, she was frustrated and scared. She was frustrated, scared, and unhappy.
So, Professor Neil, so if adjective appear before the noun, there is an attributive adjective. And if adjective appears without noun after verb, then that's a predicative.
Very good, Youngie. Very well explained and well spotted. So let's practice it, right, with more of the woman's feelings. So, Youngie, first of all, can you say what her second feeling is?
She looks like someone who is scared.
Okay. And then?
So
she is scared, yes?
She's scared. And this one, she is serious or confused?
Oh, look, very good. She's sad.
Sad, okay. So sad, serious, confused, all very difficult.
Similar.
Next one, okay. Her eyes look like very serious. So she's serious.
Very nice. Yes, she is serious.
Okay. Next one. When people put their finger on their lips, they mean they are confused.
Okay, beautiful.
So she's confused. Now she's smiling like me, so she's happy.
She's happy. Happy, happy, happy. Oh, there we go.
And next one. That is the my face share expression, similar sometimes. When I look at Professor Neil, I'm curious.
Yes.
She's curious.
Yes.
And next one, she's surprised.
Well done, Younghee. Yes. So take the notes, fill in the gaps in the book, and also now pay attention, and we will go through the example sentences again. So Younghee, can you do the same pattern for the attributive but scared?
Okay. Let me try. Okay. Her face showed a scared expression. They rescued the scared climbers.
No, she's not a climber.
They rescued the scared woman. There was a scared woman.
Very good. Let's pop those up. There we go. Her face showed a scared expression. They rescued the scared woman. There was a scared woman. And how about the predicative?
She was bored. She felt scared. She was scared. She felt scared. She is scared.
Very good, yes. Okay, notice how was is the be verb in past tense and is the be verb in present tense. And she felt scared means she was feeling scared. Felt is past tense. So if it's she is scared, she feels scared. Right? That's talking about now. This is talking about the past. Very good, Youngie. So same sentence pattern. And then let's try with sad. So just one more. And then we're going to change the pattern.
Her face showed a sad expression.
Very good. And the predicative?
She was sad.
Yes. Same pattern. So that's the idea. You follow this pattern. You have two options. attributive or predictive. Alright, so it's like her face showed a sad expression, she was sad, have similar meanings. Alright, so the first sentence has a similar meaning to all these three sentences on the other side of the coin. So you could do the same with serious. I'm just going to click through this one. Same again. No need to test Yonghee. She clearly has the idea now.
Why are you so serious?
Okay, that's an amazing Joker expression, I think.
But that reminds me of the film Joker.
Yeah,
so.
Joker. Alright, so that was one sentence pattern. Subject, verb, determiner, adjective, noun. Subject, verb, adjective. Now, we're going to look at slightly different variation as we click through. You can see there are different options. We've mentioned that before. And we're going to look at the ones, the attributive. Alright, so let's give you... We've already come up with this example. I'm just repeating it. Alright. But you notice at the top here, she has blue eyes. She has a serious expression. She owns a serious expression. You look at the serious woman. See here, look at the leaves. Look at the serious woman. Alright, so these are all attributive. Alright, and if we have a look at the ones below that, she cooks spice curry. She cooks a serious curry. Always possible. She likes serious music, not loud music. And she bought serious flowers, not pretty flowers. So Yonghee, do you think you're ready to try this with the next adjective?
Yes, I'm just curious about serious curry and serious flowers.
Yes, well at least it's not a scary curry. Alright, so these ones are subject, verb, sometimes preposition. And then determiner, right? Determiner, optional if it's a plural or uncountable. Noun. And then adjective plus noun. So some of the stuff you learnt from before. So Yonghee, let's go with happy then. So she has
happy eyes.
And she owns an...
She owns a happy painting.
And...
Look at the happy woman.
Yes. And then the same ones for the same pattern. She cooks a happy curry. She likes happy music, which is possible. And she bought happy flowers.
Smiling flowers.
Yes. Because she is happy. She's a happy person. She does happy things.
I guess the happy flowers should be fresh and smiley.
So let's try the predictive. So with happy, these sentences you can change the adjective all to happy.
Oh, her
eyes are happy. Her face became happy. Her expression turned happy. The leaves turned. Her curry tastes happy. Possible. All right. Your music sounds happy. The flowers look happy. And these follow the subject, verb, adjective pattern. And as we said, you can have more than one adjective. You can say, her eyes are happy and
beautiful.
Beautiful. And blue. And so on. Okay. So, Yonghee, how about curious?
Her eyes are curious.
Good. Nice tone.
Her painting became curious. Suspicious. The leaves turned. No. She turned curious.
Well, her expression turned curious.
Her expression turned curious.
Right, yes, because she's not a leaf.
Yeah, but she turned curious?
Yes, so her curry tastes curious. That's possible. Meaning her curry tastes
Professor
strange.
Neil, when you cooked curry last year, your curry tasted very curious.
Okay.
So I couldn't find the right adjective to describe what the taste like.
Well, there you go. There's a nice negative adjective about my curry cooking.
Very curious.
Yes, but less said the better. Finally, we have the adjective order. Now, adjective order can get a little curious. All right. So let's go back to the ones she is curious. So here we have subject plus verb plus determiner, which is optional, plus adjective. And you notice here I've got a plus extra plus, because you can have many adjectives. You can have one adjective, you can have two adjectives, you can have 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. But we're going to talk about this, and they follow an order. So impression must come first, then size, then shape, then color, then origin, then material, and then qualifier. And we'll talk about qualifiers in a moment, because they are curious. The qualifiers are very curious. So she was a curious woman. Follows subject, verb, determiner, adjective, woman. Now, as you said, she was a curious large woman. So here we got impression, curious, and now size, large. And then she was a curious large white woman. So white is color. So it must follow impression, size, color. And we can go even longer. She was a curious, large, white, blue-eyed woman. So blue-eyed relates to qualifier, in a way. No? Alright? But blue-eyed is describing her, because you cannot say she was a curious, large, white, blue woman. So it connects a little bit with the color, but it's describing the shape and color of her eyes. Now, as you can see, you can have more than one adjective. That's the point here. So we have all our adjectives here, and each of these sentences has one adjective. But you can have more than one if they are connected. So moving on. Alright, but before we do more of those, we're going to look at the dialogue.
Wow, that's really fun. Oh, very rocky.
Yes.
Headbanging. Exciting.
So last night, Greg and Betty were at the concert. So listen to our conversation, and then we'll give you some questions. So, Yoonghee, you are Betty, and I am Greg.
Am I Betty?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you... You sound disappointed.
It's okay. I don't have to act many.
Okay. Did you see the band last night? They were amazing.
No, I went home early.
You missed a great show.
I really wanted to stay, but I felt exhausted. I worked all day yesterday.
They played your favorite song as an encore.
Really? That's too bad.
Don't worry. They have one more show tomorrow. Do you want to go together?
Wow, that sounds awesome. Awesome.
Yes.
I don't want to miss a rock band concert. I love rock music.
Yes. So notice the adjectives here. They are using the adjectives, and try to notice the pattern, the sentence structure too. So here we've got our adjectives. It says adjective plus noun or verb plus adjective.
I remember that. Adjective plus noun, the adjective attributive. Verb adjective, the adjective is predicative.
Yeah, so here we've highlighted the adjectives in orange, and here are the nouns in green, and the verbs, the main verbs in these sentences with the adjectives are highlighted in red for you. So again, look at the subject of the sentence, look at the verb, look at the adjective, pattern, and practice it. So read the conversation, practice it. When you're saying the adjectives, try to say them like they sound. So it's like, they were amazing. I felt exhausted. They played your favorite song. That sounds awesome. So if it's a positive adjective, try to make your voice sound positive. If it's a negative, like you missed a great show, then you might have a bit of negative on missed, but positive on great. All right, to change the intonation of your speaking. So what we're going to do now...
Question time.
Yes, some questions, but we're going to do them after the break. So first we're going to take... Well, no, let's do the questions. So, Yoongi, what were the band like?
They were amazing.
What was the show like?
Great.
It was great. Very
It
good.
was great.
How did Betty feel after the show?
Betty felt too bad. She felt exhausted
Because she went home early.
because she worked all day.
Yes, and because she worked all day. And then we have... Next question. Why did she feel exhausted? You already said.
Yeah, because she worked all day yesterday.
What song did they play?
Everything I don't know, but the band played Betty's favorite song as an encore.
Oh, very good. As an encore. Yeah, and that's questions. That's all our questions. So we're going to move on from there. Oh, wait. One more question. What sounds awesome to Betty?
The band have one more show tomorrow. So going to see the band's show again sounds awesome.
Oh, very nice. So we've done a lot of grammar today to do with adjectives. And after the break, we'll talk a little bit more about those.
Qualifier.
Qualifiers. We're going to talk about the qualifiers after the break. For now, we're taking a break.
Ooh, break. It was hard.
Yes. So come back for part 2 after a break. Oh. Okay, so see you for part 2. Bye.
Bye.